I have personally made hundreds of thousands of dollars online with the AI agency business model as a teenager, and today I'm going to be starting one completely from zero all the way up to getting that first client live in this one big video to show to you guys what it really looks like to start this business model completely from scratch. Now I'm going to be attempting to do this in the next 7 days without using any of my current team members or just people I know for help and advice. I'm going to be doing this all alone and showing you guys the real look of what it looks like to start this business from the trenches, from picking your niche all the way to deciding your service, to booking sales appointments on your calendar, and then closing the client live. And I'm actually going to be giving this client away to one of you guys who's watching this video, so check the description and the comments below to learn how you can enter it on this challenge. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video as I've been putting a lot of time and effort into it, and I hope you find value from it if you're starting your own AI agency today. So with that being said, let's jump into it. So I created this chart right here, which is pretty much outlining an A to Z everything I'm going to be walking through inside this video to build this business. And again, the goal is to do this in the next week or so, which is pretty hard if anyone's ran this in any business before, to be honest. But with my current experience and knowledge, I think I can pull it off. So I'm going to quickly kind of just go over the main key points that I'm going to be going through from start to finish as I kind of lay this out in order here, so you can kind of follow me along the way as I go through this stuff. Now, I will preface this video with this main 5-hour free course that I have on my YouTube channel is a lot of what I'm going to be following when I go through this video, because that course is A to Z how you start an AI agency in 2025. It is extremely relevant to what I'm going to be talking about today. So, new AI agency series roadmap. We're first going to start with choosing my niche, the industry I'm going to go after, and then choosing my ideal customer profile or my ICP. And I need to define who is it that I really want to target. Second is going to be choosing my offer and service, and then of course right after that going into agency branding. So this would be obviously my logo, my domain, my name, my business name, getting all this stuff kind of official so then I know what I'm going to be running off of, and kind of all this stuff. And then the offer service, of course, making that clean and tight that will be appealing to whoever I go after and I target. Now the second main section will be building out GoHighLevel. So this is the main CRM I recommend and I use today for everything I do inside the agency and the business, because it holds everything for a great cost. It's super cheap for what you get. And yeah, I've been using it for about the past 2 years or so. So this is going to be building out automations, calendars, funnels, etc. And then lastly, we'll be filming this pre-call video. So again, I'm going to do this all live. And that's kind of it for the back end setup and just making sure this is kind of like the electrical wires you're connecting and like, you know, just the pipes of the business to make sure it's all going to be running properly on the back end. And then building more front end strategy, which is obviously building out ads. So I'm going to be running ads for this business, and I'm going to be launching them on Facebook and Instagram, or the main platform. Meta is what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to have to make a Facebook page, make ads, make copy, and launch ads. And then lastly, sales calls. Okay, so this is where closing a client is obviously going to be the goal there, and that's what I'm going to be doing here too. Okay, now as I go through this chart right here, I'm going to mark every single thing as like a super light kind of or dark green to say that it's done. But obviously for the meantime, I got to jump into things right now. So first thing is choosing my niche. So the way I like to start doing this, and I already kind of have in mind what I'm going to do, but I'm going to just ask I'm going to be using ChatGPT a lot in this video because there's a lot of good advice that it gives, honestly, and it's really good. So when it comes to working with local businesses and offering marketing, who are the top industries to go after? And if I misspell stuff in this video, guys, again, I'm sorry. I'm going to be going as quick as possible here. So home service niches, obviously this is usually who I recommend inside of my business, or just my YouTube channel is really who I recommend a lot. Professional services and health and wellness, and okay, cool. So the industry I think I'm going to go after, and I have, of course, for those that know and watch me, I've been building this business essentially for the past, I want to say over 2 years on this YouTube channel, documenting from no clients to where I'm at today. Has been a lot of real estate agents is who I've been working with. So real estate agents is who I think I'm going to target the most right now. I used to work with them for my first, I want to say year and a half, 2 years. That's why I first initially made my first 10, 20, 30K month. And then more pivoted to kind of other better industries just that I thought were in the moment, that also were local businesses and then some high ticket online businesses. But for this video, I think I'm going to go after real estate agents. Okay, so I'm going to kind of make this all official right here. So this niche is going to be real estate agents. Okay. And when it comes to location, I'm going to be targeting real estate agents in the US. Okay. United States. With the way I'm kind of thinking about going about this is I don't think I'm going to define to one area. I see some people, they define to just their local city or their town, whatever it is. I think that's fine, and that works in some cases, especially more when you're starting. I think you're more experienced a little bit, or honestly, you don't even have to be more experienced, but I think it's just a little bit easier to go broad, because then obviously there's a lot more of a TAM, or total addressable market, who's looking for your service. It's not limited to 25 miles in Seattle, Washington, for example, right? That's kind of near where I live. So that's that. Niche, location, boom. And I think I'm probably going to go after, let me ask ChatGPT. When it comes to working with realtors, which age demographic is best to offer paid online social media marketing? Okay. Again, there's going to be the AI aspect that I'm going to be going to in this video as well. But for the most part, I'm going to be, obviously, ads is a part of my service. That's more the front end thing in my service that I'm offering to them, and the AI caller is being built for them on the back end. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So 30 to 45 years old is kind of what I was thinking as well. They're a bit younger. They kind of understand the tech. They've probably heard of AI before. They're not too old to kind of understand that, or social media ads and stuff. They probably get them if they have Facebook. A lot of them will probably have Facebook or Instagram. And then secondary demographic, 45 to 55. Okay, cool. So in that case, I'm going to be, in that case, I'm going to go after probably mainly people. I could do 30. I'm going to do 25. There's a pretty big, when I worked with, just from my knowledge working with real estate agents, there is a pretty good amount of the market who has like decent amount of money, because some of these people start and get their real estate agent license instead of going to college. That's a lot of the people who go here, and they have, let's say 18 to 25. They have 7 years of experience behind their back. And I'm probably in this here, I'm not going to want to work with newbies. Really, I'm going to want to work with realtors who have obviously been a little bit more established, and I'm kind of looking for more of a facelift on their brand, and obviously wanting to implement AI and pay traffic to get more, deals, right? That's the point. Okay. So I think that's a really good amount. So location, real estate agents, 25 years old plus, and then I would say looking for paid marketing plus AI systems. Okay. So that's going to be a lot of what I'm going to be marketing on these ads that I'm going to make here. So that's, I think, a pretty good solid option. Okay. Cool. Now that we have this down, looks good there. We're going to choose the offer and service. Okay. Now, when it comes to my offer and service, I kind of already know, as I literally say in almost all the videos on my channel, like if I was going after an industry, what I would do, and especially real estate, because I talk about that a lot. Here's all service. So I'm going to put it at the top, ish / ICT, I'm going to pull that. Cool. Now I do the same thing down here. Cool. And then this is going to be my offer and service. Offer / service. Cool. All right. So when it comes to my offer, I think here's kind of, or I guess I'm going to start with my service. I should probably talk about what I'm going to do. So the basic general AI agency offer is usually, it's paid traffic, so paid ads, social media ads for these businesses that can get them leads. Okay. I'm trying to think if maybe I should explore LinkedIn ads or Google ads, but I think I'm just going to kind of go with what I recommended, what I know the best, which is offering them Facebook and Instagram ads. So Facebook and Instagram ads, plus the AI caller. Okay, so this is where the AI aspect comes in. AI caller. That's that. So that's obviously extremely, extremely important. And then let me think about this. When it comes to my offer, the way I'm going to frame this, and the way I always like to frame this, is you want to solve multiple problems in about a 1-sentence offer explanation. That's what I call it. It's like the 1-sentence offer explanation. So what this would be is real estate agents, their goal. So if I just put right here, goal, which I'm going to put at the bottom, their goal is to usually get more listing appointments. Okay. Listing and buyer appointments. Okay. And if I check real quick, what would be the goal / deal outcome of working
What do they want?
So generally it's listing appointments and buyer appointments. That's kind of like what I've seen here the most. Yeah, so more qualified appointments with motivated buyers and sellers. Sellers, obviously that being listing appointments. Consistently without cold calling or chasing leads. Cool. So this is a big point right here. So this is obviously the biggest probably pain points they have. I'm going to ask that right now. What
Are the biggest pain points they have that I can talk about in my marketing?
With realtors, a big thing is they just hate cold calling. They hate doing like flyers. They hate doing all this kind of random stuff. They'd rather have it pretty automated. So I think the way I want to position this is I'm going to come in as almost like a growth partner. I know a lot of people in this online space throw that word around, and I'm definitely not starting a growth partner agency. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. But I want to come at it more with like, hey, like I'm going to come in and we're both going to kind of team up. Like I'm going to build you this system and your job is just to close the deals. And there's really nothing else to it. I'm going to do all the back end kind of lead generation, the appointment settings. So all the kind of basic things that the AI agency service has. And of course, calling out to their pain points when I do my marketing, and then of course speak with them because that's obviously a big part. So I'm tired of chasing leads who ghost me. My referrals have slowed down. That's a big thing. They rely on referrals. I do not have time to run ads. Okay, cool. This is perfect for us. Zillow is expensive. Okay. Want to grow. Cool. Awesome stuff. Okay, that's just good to know. So this right here, I'm going to highlight because that's important. Now, when it comes to our offer, now that we understand that and kind of like the pain points of the industry, we want to speak to kind of 2 or 3 main things. So I'm going to give an example right here.
We will get you 10 listing appointments in the next 90 days using our AI system, or you do not pay.
That's kind of the offer I'm thinking of doing right here. Now, if you know anything about kind of like how this is structured, as again, I've talked about this a lot before, is we're solving kind of like 3 or 4 main things here. Number 1, 10 listing appointments. And I'm going to check with ChatGPT in a second to see if that's more realistic and that makes sense. And again, you do that for whatever industry you're working with. In the next 90 days, so in a time frame, so they understand what they're getting in a time frame using AI, that's a big part, or they don't pay. So it's almost like a removing some sort of the risk almost, okay? Now, what the or you do not pay means, anyone who's in the marketing world, you understand what this means. This essentially means we're going to work for free for you. So does this mean I'm going to give a refund? Probably not, okay? If I jump on a sales call and I say, or you do not pay, and they're really, really pushing for a refund, like guarantee kind of offer, I may offer it, okay? But for the most part, this is great for our marketing because what this tells them is, hey, if we don't get these results, it almost sounds like I don't have to pay them. Cool, that sounds really intriguing. But what it really means is like, okay, within the next 90 days, if you don't get this, we'll just work for you for free until we do. And this is the offer I see a lot of people out there doing right now. I'm going to do some market research while I do this stuff. But that's kind of what, that's like my thinking process. I go through this. I'm going to make 3 variations of this offer. So I'm going to make this bigger. And I'm going to just give what ChatGPT is giving me because this is, guys, if you aren't leveraging AI, I don't know what you're doing because this is kind of gold right here. I'm not going to lie. And I'm just going to decide kind of what angle I want to pick with this stuff as I go. Cool. Okay, this looks good. So we'll get you 10 listing appointments in the next 90 days using our AI system, or you do not pay. Realtor, okay, perfect. We'll get you 10 listing appointments. Cool. Okay, so that's kind of 3 main offers and kind of explanations that sound good. Of course, it's the same thing. It's just reworded. But I think it's going to be good to even split test on the marketing I'm going to do to get these people on sales calls with me. So I like this. I think this is pretty good. Okay, cool. I think that's kind of offer. That's everything so far. So I'm going to just quickly mark these as green. These are done. So, cool. And all right, the last thing I should probably mention right here, guys, is actually making a price point. So this is something I definitely should have mentioned. I'm going to do it right now, though, so just so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. But price point, it's going to be very, very straightforward. So I'll label this right here, just pricing. Okay, we're going to do a simple model of just $5,000 upfront. Okay, and it's a 90-day offer, so that's what I've been going for. Of course, it's 3 months. It's going to be $5,000 up front, and then the client will pay probably about $20 to $25 a day in ad spend. That's kind of the goal at what I want them to spend. I think they can get results spending that. But it's going to be $5,000 up front, maybe you have to split pay it depending on, there are people that just need to say, hey, I can pay half now, half in 30 days. That is okay. I want to aim for the full 5,000 up front. And of course, it's doing for this entire service delivery. And then after these first 3 months, technically I'd be charging a monthly retainer and everything like that to keep that as a reoccurring client, as we've kind of built them this monopoly system that I will obviously want to keep them for. So yeah, that's really it. I thought I'd quickly just add this in here because that is something that is definitely important. As I get to these sales calls, you'll know actually how much I'm charging. So now, next is agency branding. So this is where we have to come up with a name. This is going to be super fun. All right, so business name, I'm going to be buying a domain. So probably buy this on GoDaddy.com. That's probably what I'm going to do. And I will say here, give me 10 business domain names I can use with .ai or .io domains to help realtors scale using AI. Okay, let's see kind of what names it gives me. I'm not sure really what it's going to getting. Listingflow.ai, that's pretty solid. Agentscaler.io. Yeah, I think lead to listing.io. Was this taken too? Let me get mine. Why is this so expensive? Maybe they're just this expensive, unless they're kind of just doing some marketing stuff on me right here. Let me see. I'm trying to go a budget route here. I'm not trying to spend that much money. Although it's $60, but still, I mean, it's a bit crazy. Oh, that's why. Okay, so .ai and .io are $60 a year, while .com, well, maybe let's see if we can get some of these with .com. So okay, lead to listing.ai. Not bad. Okay, I think I'm probably going to get this. This is more than I wanted to spend on a domain, but I guess that's just kind of what this costs. Okay, boom. It's bought. $65 is a lot more than I wanted to spend on a domain. I think if you spend more time, you can get a .com domain for much less. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to just make this quick. So lead to listing.io. Perfect. Cool. I like this name. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to have .com at the end. Of course, it seems like now it's cheaper to have that, so that's something. Cool. So this is going to be my domain, and this is going to be the business name, so I'm excited about this. All right, cool. So that means we have our name down. Now we kind of got to get some of the branding. Okay, so agency branding. Now we have domain, so that's done. We need to get the logo, okay? Now, I think maybe ChatGPT can actually make me a logo. So I really want to try this out. I've seen ChatGPT. ChatGPT is making people thumbnails on YouTube now, which is insane. So if it can make me something not bad, then I would love to use it. Not sure if it's going to give me that, but wait, that's actually super good. Whoa, okay. I kind of think I want to rock with this. This is really good. Okay, lead to listing AI. I like this a lot. Okay, this is our logo. Done. That's so easy. Okay, perfect. And that's going to be it. I had to pay, I think back in the day, I paid like $60 or $70 for my logo, which was extremely overpriced. I think I paid someone on Fiverr. And this is arguably a better job than before. So that's done. Okay, cool. Agency branding, done. Boom. Logo, we are done. Cool. Now we're going to have to go into the Go High Level section, which is obviously going to be building out everything on the back end. So this is all kind of the boring stuff, but it's the stuff that your business will not run without it. And I'm going to try to just go through this all with accuracy and as quick as possible. So this is going to be building out my automations, the calendar, the funnels, connecting them all, and then the pre-call video. I'm not sure entirely how I'm going to do it. I may just film it super quick, and it's going to be like a 5-10 minute video, just giving expectation to these real estate agents that opt into my ads and to everything, and they actually want to have a call with me. And then, yeah, so let's jump into it. But just so everyone knows, when I use Go High Level, I'm going to be importing a snapshot. So for those that don't know what it is, essentially it's something that has all the automations, all the calendars, funnels, everything that I actually covered inside of this video up here. The thumbnail may look a bit different, title may look a bit different as you're watching this right now, but I'm gonna have a link to that actually in the description of this video down there below. It's completely for free, and when you sign up with the high level link I have in the description of that video, you'll get an email with the snapshot, and you'll get a 30-day trial too. So you can do all this stuff and have an entire month for free. So I'm gonna import that first right now. This is an old Go High Level kind of like account, I guess I'm still paying for, or not, it's not, I guess. I know I'm paying for, but I'm going to just import it into a new sub account I recently made. So new AI agency series, boom, we're going to click manage client. We're going to load snapshot, 25 agency course, cool.
Should be proceed like so. Complex proceed. Boom. Now switch this account.
All right, so everything in here should be mainly templated. It's of course not built out to my exact offer and everything I've built out so far here, but this should be pretty easy to go through, so I can kind of just run through this stuff. Cool, we got the intro and demo calendar. We got the automations all set up. If I see here, we have a pipeline, I think. Perfect. Okay, cool. So the first thing I want to start with inside this process is probably going to be building out the automations. Actually, I'm going to start with the calendar. Okay, I'm going to start with the calendar. I'm going to make sure I have everything connected because there's going to be some connecting I need to do. So I'm going to do that right now. Intro calendar, I'm going to delete as I'm just going to be doing demo calls. So for those that don't know the difference, it's really just, either do you want to have a call kind of screening them, like it's a screening call, quick call, like 15-minute phone call, that if they're a good fit, the lead is a good fit, whoever, potential client of yours is a good fit, they have enough money and they want your service, then, you'll book them into a longer call where you'll pull up your screen and actually show them everything you do within detail. But for this video, I'm going to just be probably just doing one call. I'm gonna do a one call close framework. So I'm gonna make this all looking good. So
I'm gonna name this one. I'll do 10 listings list in 90 days. And I'll call this the AI listing system. Okay.
It's always kind of good to have a name to some of this stuff on here. I think a lot of people don't realize and understand the power of branding. Like AI listing system, like that was off the top of my head. There is zero thought really into that. But something like that can really help a lot. Right description.
Description book a call here and show up to learn how we can get you 10 listings in the next 90 days with our system for real estate agents in the US.
Now, one thing I also like to say is limited to one agent per city. Okay, so what this is kind of like a little bit of scarcity in a sense. So like I hope someone else isn't in my area or whatever, kind of just that type of stuff. So I think that's good. Please select team members. I don't know if I already added myself. I'm gonna have to add myself here in a second. Contact name, that's fine. And logo, don't really need one to be honest. Availability, it's just going to be Monday through Friday. This should be on Pacific time. Now I'm going to sync up my calendar. I'm going to kind of show how to do that. So it reads my Google Calendar in case, of course, I have other businesses. I have things to do. And then there's going to be other times where I'm busy. So these appointments that people book with me will be able to just kind of fit in on the times that are open.
I have 60 minutes, I think every 30 minutes, and the payment I have only for probably 4 days. Maybe so probably like 12 hours. Okay, cool, that's there. And then forms and payments, I kind of just do a lot of default stuff. I think I want to super kind of low friction. I'm trying to ask some questions. Okay, cool, done.
And GoHighLevel makes it so easy, guys. Like if you guys haven't used GoHighLevel before, I really can't tell you enough how easy they made this stuff, and just the fact that they kind of do everything for you is super easy. So one thing I need to do is I need to add myself to this actual sub account. It's weird how GoHighLevel sets this up, but I need to add myself as kind of like a user, so I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so myself should be added by now. If I click here, boom. Awesome. And then I'm going to have to connect Zoom, so I'm gonna have to do that right now. But now I've added myself. I'm gonna quickly log in as myself, and then I have to connect my Zoom account, which hopefully I can do. I may have to just connect my Google Calendar and just use Google Meets. Google Meets is free, so I recommend just using an email you probably already have to do so. So I'm gonna log in as the second user, which is literally just myself. Okay, that should be added. Well, it looks like it didn't save. That's really convenient. Let me quickly just rewrite this. Okay, perfect. That should be done. Okay, so if I check this right here, I can activate calendar like so. Now it's good. Okay, perfect. So that is connected my meeting. So that's going to be all these meetings are going to be on Google Meets, connecting my email address, adding myself to the calendar, making the calendar good, and making the name to it as well. So pretty simple there. Now, if I go back to this, that is done. The next thing I want to do is I want to go through the funnels. I think the funnels is probably the main thing I'm going to have to do here. And I'm going to do that right now. So this video, I'm going to probably spend more on ads, but I kind of want to use the funnel that's just straight to the calendar just to get appointments. Yeah, it's just basic booking page. So I'm going to delete this up here. Again, guys, this all comes in that the snapshot I was showing. So totally preference on like how you want to set this up. This is just personally how I want to set it up right now. Again, just because the goal of this whole challenge isn't to build a business or at least right now, the whole goal is not to build this business and, make 10, 15, 20, 30, 50K a month with it. It's really to just kind of like do this as a challenge in the next 7 days ish to close a client, which is super doable. But obviously that makes things a little bit different the way I structure it, more so not being as long term. So again, here funnel is going to be super simple. Implement AI into your business to scale to 10 listing appointments.
Let's get 10 listing appointments within 90 days. 90 days, or you don't. Okay, don't. Okay, make this like so.
Okay, that looks good. Schedule a call with us, see how we do it, and then the calendar is the right calendar I just did. And then the redirect button access should go to next step. Perfect. And that is kind of it for the first page. So this is going to be the main landing page I'm going to be sending people to. So for this specifically, this is going to be the main kind of website URL that's going to be set up, and it should be good to go from there. I need to quickly connect my domain though. That's something I kind of forgot about. Okay, and then GoHighLevel usually automatically can detect for me kind of where things are at. And it should say GoDaddy, and then I should be able to kind of just use GoDaddy for this. Yes. Oh my gosh, please. I've never been so excited to just connect a domain. Oh my god. I think we're good. Done. Let's go, dude. That's... I've never been so happy for this. I was so lost. Oh my god. Okay. Link to funnel. Done. And then we're going to just publish that as the default page. Okay, cool. Now we can actually proceed and not be stuck with tech stuff. Guys, I just spent, 30 minutes maybe? 30 minutes on just trying to get this stuff set up. That is like the definition of what happens when you start a business. Is like, there's just stuff that goes wrong. I can't even explain it. But ChatGPT just came in such clutch there. So, yeah. But now what we can do is we can go over to settings. We can go here, boom, done. And I'm going to just call this page right here, booking page, done, like that. So if I preview this real quick, it should, okay, better get fixed, my goodness. Okay. All right, hopefully that gets fixed, because that is, I do not want any more headache with this stuff. Okay, thank you, page. I'm going to quickly edit this and make this kind of how I want it to be.
So if we can call this, I'm going to here. We're going to call yes, done. And then step 3, something we add. Good example, we need to actually have step 3, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to have step 1, step 2, and then the 100 there. So let's do this, publish, looks good, and that looks good. Perfect.
What's cool about these templates is literally everything's done. Like everything is kind of built out. So that's the websites. Funnels are good. Hopefully this kind of loads soon. Maybe it loads. No, not yet. Okay. I'll wait 15 to 60 minutes or so, I think it sounds like. And then the last thing we need to do on this page is actually set up so funnels are done. Now we need to set up the automations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. The main automations we really need to set up. So intro calls, we're not doing these. So I'm going to delete this workflow. New lead to AI caller. I'm not going to be using an AI caller just because, I'm going to be doing those for my clients, not for myself. You can do them for yourself, but honestly, with just how many days I'm doing this, I'm just going to make this bare bones and simple as possible, because that is something I could set up, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to just make it pretty easy. 10 email and nurturing sequence. Honestly, this challenge isn't even probably going to be 10 days, but that is a great workflow for more just nurturing for people that haven't booked yet or whatever. I'm probably just gonna call up leads myself, to be honest. So
that's automation counter. Good. Cool. New lead pipeline without 30 seconds. Okay, automation email. Perfect. Good watch. Everything's nice. I love so much. Only thing to do add pre-call links on that. Confirmation. That's nice. Make sure. Done. Cool. I really think I'll flush this out. Everything's just done. Everything is easy. It's crazy. It's done. Okay, perfect.
Done. I didn't even touch it, I don't think. That's crazy. Okay, well, automations are kind of done. Now, the only automation I kind of do want to add is probably a new lead workflow automation. I'm going to make that right now. I guess I'm only sending people the calendars. That's the only way I'm getting their information. So I'm going to add a screening process. So there's no even lead kind of messaging I have to do, because everyone that gives me their information is going straight into that automation I built right there. So what I'm going to do for them is I'm going to build them a form.
I'm going to create a form. Like so. It's going to be not some crazy one. Okay, let's get this for me. I'm going to remove. I have so many choices now. I'm going to commercial oranges. Okay. I'm going to do that. Just this. I'm going to do it. And actually, I'm going to do that because I'm going to have in my thing right here. Button. I'm going to make those require them as custom fields because I think it's pretty important that I get these people to understand. I just want to share a little bit more about the business. So as a field, I'm going to have a radio select. I'm going to install it. How many fields? We closed this here. Cool. Options would be 0. Don't book. What's that? 1 to 3, 3 to 5, and then 5 to 10, and then we go again, which is 10 plus. Cool. See? And then we'll put that. Probably 1 or 2 more of these. I'm going to do probably what is your target income this year. We'll say below 50,000. I think we won't work with 50K to 100K, 100K to 200K, 200K plus. Okay. Actually, I'm going to make that a little better for those technology industry.
Instead of income, I'm going to do GCI. That's gross commission income. A lot of real estate agents, this is kind of what they base their, I don't know what you would want to call it. That's their income essentially, but it's a fancy word that real estate agents call their income. So if you didn't already know that. Put down here, cool. And then last one I want to do is flyers. Okay. I don't know if people I guess there are probably people doing that. These are all things probably asking ChatGPT is pretty good for, because then it can kind of tell you where most of your clients, how they're doing things. Did I spell that right? And then the button at the bottom, I'm going to have be book a call. Required. If you're new to GoHighLevel, by the way, this just comes with time, understanding all this stuff. Like really at the end of the day, it's just a time thing. You kind of get experience in this stuff. Obviously you guys are seeing how I'm navigating all this stuff. This is how you know this is the quickest way to know if someone runs an agency or not. Like GoHighLevel updates a lot, and if you're not constantly on the platform, you're not going to know where to go. That domain was a mess. I haven't bought really domains in a while. I don't need to. I'm not changing up what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to do this calendar form. That's good there.
Easy. And then now I'm going to go to calendars, settings. I'm going to go down here and add this form, like so, right here. Done. Perfect.
Redirect to URL. We want to send people to that. And then I think that is it. Yes, that is it. Perfect. All right, that is, I think, it for the funnel. That's it for the automations. And the only other thing I really need to do is actually, and this is what's really easy about this whole thing, for all those messages I'm going to be sending out to people, I'm giving them the pre-call video. So the pre-call video is just within this thank you page. So I'm just sending people to this thank you page, and this is something I'm going to have to film. But I made it a custom value, I think it was. I made it a custom value in here, so it should be right here. Pre-call video link right here. Edit, and then all I have to do is just put that right there. Done. And I don't even need to put a folder. So now that custom value is going to read this link essentially for all the times I have that value throughout my automations, and it's going to just replace it. So what's pretty cool about this is it's going to just send people, like for example right here, here's our super important pre-call video, and then now it just inserts that link because I put that in the custom value. I go into a lot more detail and stuff in that 5-hour course I made, and I already did all the work for you guys to the point where everything's templatized within the snapshot that I give. But just for this video, I'm going to make this kind of simple. And here are the link. Yeah, so it's all throughout all these messages, so it's done. Perfect. Okay, cool. I think that's pretty much it. Only other thing I want to check on is my phone number. I have a number right here, A2P verified. Perfect. A2P is something you have to get approved for. If you guys haven't already, this is talking a lot more about your EIN number, your business, or your sole proprietorship, all that stuff. Didn't want to show that here in this video, again, just because that's a little bit some sensitive information. It's just stuff I have to do on my end. But get a phone number and get this stuff, and you'll be good to go. So that is essentially it for everything inside of here, except I think the pre-call video. So I'm going to film that right now, and I'm going to make it pretty simple. Like a pre-call video, guys, is really, really simple. The whole goal of it is just to make sure that you give the proper expectations for when they jump on a call with you. So for this sake, it's really just going to be me saying, hey, make sure once you booked a call now, you show up to it. We're very good at what we do, but don't be in the background. Don't miss this call. We are really serious and kind of private who we work with, but make it sound all good. Like, and I'm going to do that here right now. I'm going to just call this main funnel. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go film that video. So I will be right back. I'm going to quickly just go film this and make it done, and then I'm going to upload it into this funnel, so you guys will see me in just a second. All right, guys, I just finished up filming the VSL, so I'm going to quickly go add that in here now as it's on my computer. And yeah, again, it's or I think I keep saying VSL. It's a pre-call video, okay? The pre-call video. I don't know if I keep getting it mixed up, but it's a pretty quick video. Sometimes I like to have it 5 to 10 minutes. I think this one was about 2.5 minutes or so, so it's a little bit shorter. But again, it's just because I'm not preparing an insane big presentation. I'm just getting the point across to them that, hey, show up in a quiet environment. We specialize what we do, real estate agents, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just add that right here. I'll just hosted video, and then I'll just select the file. Okay, I think it's all imported now. I don't know why that kind of took a little bit of a second, but if I preview it, Our call at the team here with lead2listings.io. We're super happy to have you and super excited to have this call with you, hopefully here within the next couple days or so. And I'm just making this quick video so you understand the clear expectations going into this call and what to do and what to know before then so you're well prepared. Okay, perfect. Okay, pre-call video done. Again, like I said, it's a little bit quicker than I would have liked. As I try to, give them a nurturing sequence. This is something I'm big on, is like starting a YouTube channel, doing organic content, like all this stuff for your niche is all kind of things you can give them that gives them things to look at that are just more from you at the end of the day, right? And it's super important. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that side of things. So I think we're all good when it comes to everything up here. So we're kind of just knocking everything out here. The only things that are main left is going to be building out the ad strategy. Okay, and I've got a strategy in mind. I'm going to do, let's break it down. I'm going to just build it out right now. Okay, so the way I'm thinking of doing this is I'm going to do 3 video ads. And I'm 3 video ads, and I'm going to do 3 static ads. Okay, static ads. I think that'd be pretty helpful. To just see how they do, kind of split test and comparison. And when it comes to launching these ads, I'm not sure how, again, this is a pretty short amount of time I'm going to be doing this challenge. I looked up the McDonald's average salary of what they make per month. I think it was like $2,300 a month. I was actually going to do that as like a budget, but realistically, you can get a client within spending $750 to $1,000. Sometimes $1,500, kind of on the more maximum side. So I'm probably going to start off, just because I'm doing this challenge in such a short amount of time, probably about $100 a day in ad spend. And again, if you guys are telling me, oh, Carson, you're starting with all this money, all this stuff, guys, I recommend this from the spot. Okay, there's going to be people out there that say, oh, you should start a business model that costs no money to start. This whole business model costs nothing to start, really, unless you're paying, like, GoHighLevel, of course, is an expense. And like, maybe getting a domain, which was a lot more expensive today than I thought. Okay, that was, I think, just me trying to just get things done quick. I would recommend just trying to find a .com domain for like $10, not $50-$60. When it comes, I recommend you run ads, okay? Because the people who tell you not to go spend any money on your business and just do it, for as long as you want. Yeah, that's what I did when I started too, but it is a slippery slope, okay? Because it's just way harder, okay? If you're trying to get results faster, I'm telling you right now, ads is what everyone does. And people gatekeep it, honestly, online. And I'm just going to show in this video A to Z how to set it up. So I think $100 a day, spending, of course, just because this challenge is very short. I'm not an average kind of like agency owner out there, AI agency owner out there that has 2-year-long kind of visions and stuff. I literally have about a 7-day vision here. So it's going to be pretty quick. We'll see what we can do with this. That's what I'm kind of thinking. And then, so the main things I need to do. So I need to set up. So what do I choose? Okay, I'll choose. Number 1, I need to set up business page. Okay, that's number 1. I need to actually make ads first, probably. Okay, so I'm going to make ads. Okay, make ads, make copy. Set business page probably next. And then we'll do set up pixel. And then, let me think what else. Launch campaign. That's it. Launch campaign. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So make ads, make copy, set up business page, set a pixel, launch campaign. I think that's it. That's it. Okay, cool. So let's start with making the ads. I'm going to start with ARC ads. So as you guys know, I'm like an ARC ads fanboy at this point, but they work really well. At the end of the day, like we're going to see how these do. And it all does kind of come down to messaging and timing and like giving things time. And really, I'm not going to be giving things time. So it's kind of be a speed run, but the same script I give a lot of you guys, to be honest, is what I might do here. So are you a real estate agent who's struggling to get more listings? Let me just see. Me and my team helping 100 agents. It's kind of the whole script. It's pretty simple. So let me make a project. So that's the script. Again, guys, you can take this script from me. Like, we're going to see how these do. Like, you guys can just straight up take it from me. I'm going to do 3 different people. So I think I need to portray more of a younger kind of look. I might just stick with the whole female kind of thing.
Hey, you. Welcome.
Maybe we'll do these.
Hey, you.
Do these 3. Okay, cool. Now I need to give these some time to generate. So while these generate, we can work on the other ads and everything. So I think that's pretty much it. And it's only going to cost 3 credits. So literally only $30 to make these ads. And I think that will be good. So cool. Let's let these do their thing. And while those are loading, I'm going to open up Canva. Okay, I'm going to make some super basic static ads. As you guys know, I love Canva. They do a lot of great stuff. And yeah, so what we want to be using is 1080 by 1080. This is kind of like the resolution for this stuff. Okay, so that's one example. I think that's not bad. Now if I go back in my Canva, I'm gonna find some old creatives to see if I can dig some like gold up. Okay, I skipped a little bit. I made these. These are some good AI kind of like ads that I just made that I think would do really, really, really well. And I have 4 here, so I need to decide. I kind of just spammed them to what would be better and what they're different. So I'm kind of, if you guys see, I'm like split testing different things. So real estate agents, realtors, real estate agents, and then I have the black background with this. So I might do the, I think these are all pretty solid. Okay, I like this a lot right here. I'm going to download these and then I'm going to have these ready and then hopefully ArcAds is almost done. In the meantime, so do ads and then make copy. Realistically, this is something I was thinking about earlier, is we can kind of just use this as copy. Yeah, I think we can kind of make this as copy. I'm going to put this actually down on the Lucid chart. Okay, perfect. So like this right here, guys, is pretty good copy.
Now, the thing I change the top is,
yeah, so that's the copy. Now, what's next is set up the business page. So that's something I need to do. I need to get into Facebook. Is this done? Let me see. Not done yet. Okay. I'm going to open up Facebook. I'm going to go over to my business manager and we'll kind of just go through things. Okay guys, so I just made an ad account for the business. This should do good. I don't know, I might have to blur some stuff out kind of while I'm here. Now the only other thing I really need to make is a page. So I'm going to quickly do that on my Facebook right now. But the ad account is of course something we need to run. So the main things we're going to be running is an ad account, a page, and a pixel. So I'm going to make the page right now. I'm going to add, create a new Facebook page. Okay, perfect. Page has been successfully made. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to view this on Facebook and I'm quickly going to edit things. So if I should be able to edit into this, I'm going to switch like so. Guys, by the way, this stuff doesn't really matter that much. Only thing you really need is a profile picture. Even banner, all this stuff, posts, it can be cool, it can help, but just it's not needed. Okay, you can close a billion deals with probably or maybe not a billion, that's a lot, but you can close a lot of deals with just a basic page setup. Okay, that's pretty good here, and we don't really need anything else on this page. I know it kind of sounds weird, but we don't. Cool, that looks good. I like this. All right, now what is next? We have go down here. Okay, copy done, ads done, business page done, pixel setup's a big one.
So let me go down here, so datasets, and then go down right here too. I'm going to call it, let me think, AI agency series pixel. They changed it. It used to be back in the agency pixels, and then we moved to datasets. I don't know why. I don't know why. So as of now, this thing we can just add account, correct? There we go. It was perfect. Good. Good. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this events manager. You guys watch, of course, you know what I'm doing here. It's a little bit set for sure, but it's just how it is. So yeah, so pixel. So I'll go manually. I'm going to copy this code, and I'm going to take it right to the sign page right here.
I'll be putting in the tracking code. I became like an expert at this stuff, guys. I've done this too many times. So really on this page, it doesn't matter. All we have to do, so this just, I can kind of explain what I'm doing right here. So this pixel code is all it's doing is just tracking the page view. Okay, that's all we need. Because there's no really conversion done here when people land on this page, because they're not becoming leads when they land on this page. That means they just click learn more. They still haven't given us their information. Since we're doing this funnel setup, so there's no really opt-in page, it's just straight to a booking page. The only place we have to put the code that has kind of everything on it is just this second one, which we're going to put in here. Now we need to look up the Facebook events pixel. That's what I like to look up. Go right here, and then we're going to scroll down to lead. We're going to take this code right here, and then we're going to bring it back over into this high level and just paste like so. Okay, and then we're going to click save, publish, pixel's done. That's all it is. I think a lot of people overcomplicate like how they set it up. Now, of course, if you're going for more like really advanced setup like e-com stores and all that, of course it's more. But for all we need, that's it. Okay, so events will populate here as time goes on. So what I like to do is I like to kind of quickly fire up the pages. So just if there's some kind of like traffic going to them, like so. But yeah, that's that. So good to go. Looks like these ArcAds ads are just about done, which is great. Pixel setup, so we're good. Trying to think of anything else. I want to make sure on this booking page, if this will load. Here we go. I want to check this calendar to make sure the actual form looks good. So let's say people chose this. Cool. How many deals have you closed? What's your target? referrals, cool flyers, cool. Okay, and then they'll just click schedule meeting right there. Done. Easy. Perfect. This all looks super, super good. I'm excited about this. And then I also have this. Yeah, this is so good. So in the snapshot I give in the long video on my channel, I set up like pop-up forms and stuff. So it's already all populated. Like that is like if someone tries to scroll off the page, that will kind of go up right in front of their face and hopefully get them back in. And you'd be surprised how many people actually book in through that. It's pretty crazy. And I just realized now that I'm setting all this stuff up, you guys have the domain like linked to all this stuff, so you guys can check out what I'm doing here like on your own computer. So it's kind of cool. You guys can see it all live. Anyways, though, events manager is done. That is good. Now I'm trying to think anything else. I think that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to open up the ads manager and kind of get into the nuts and bolts of things, because this is where we're really going to set everything up. And then we're going to kind of be done with day one. There was a lot here. I think I've probably been sitting at my desk for the last 2.5, 3 hours. Kind of crazy. It's a bit long. I kind of wish it wasn't this long, but this is building a business, and the fact that I've kind of been able to condense this in this short of like a time frame is pretty insane. And we're going to be able to see as the days goes on how many appointments I'm getting and all this stuff. So it'd be pretty cool to see. So let's check ARC ads real quick. Refresh this page. Hopefully they're done. These image ads are ready to go. So if the ARC ads isn't ready yet, we'll just start by uploading the image ads. Okay, they're still going. So I'm going to just, for now, you guys can kind of see how I'm going to set up this campaign. But I'm going to show you guys how to set campaigns. So I was kind of list which campaign one. So the option usually, we have a set campaign, ad set optimization. Cool. And guys, when you make new ad accounts, your ad spend might be a little bit lower. I've had my Facebook account for a long, long time. It's been aging for a long time. So I just have a higher daily spend off the bat. But for you, you know, that'll depend on you and all this stuff. And again, I want to say one more time, if you're sitting here and you're like, Carson, you're starting with money and all this stuff, like, yeah, guys, I recommend this in all my videos. Like, this is how I've been able to scale my business. I'm not showing you to go do outreach when I'm not doing outreach. Does that make sense? Like, of course, everyone has to start in their own different situations. And if you genuinely are like 15 years old and you can't get a job and you have no money, sure, you're going to have to go do outreach. But if you are above the age of 16 years old, 17 years old, you can get a job, you can make money, and you can put this money into ads. You only need $20 to $25 a day, bare minimum, to start this stuff, to be getting appointments. So don't overcomplicate this stuff, guys, and don't make excuses. I sometimes do get comments like, they're not hate. I think it's people coming from a good, lens, but it's just people saying, oh, you're being insensitive, all this stuff. Like, no, genuinely go get a job. Okay, and don't go blow your money on clothes and eating out. Like, I don't know why people can't like comprehend this stuff, but like your expenses can be really low. Now, of course, there are hard times in life and there are hard situations, and you have to evaluate what makes sense for you. Maybe running ads doesn't make sense for you right now, and that's okay. All right, but I'm showing you the best way and what I'm doing today, because I'm not going to go fake things and say, show you guys things I'm not doing, because that's not fair. So yeah. Okay, AI agency, we're going to pick the pixel right here. Lead conversion, we put in the lead on there. It's been like 5 minutes, 10 minutes since I put that code in there, so it's it hasn't kind of like fully populated and triggered yet, so it will. I'm not worried about it. Let me see kind of where we're at. Location, United States. And I'm just going to keep it pretty broad, guys. I'm really not going to go expand on this. I'm going to just keep it broad, keep it easy, and not dynamic creative. Like, Facebook's targeting has gotten super, super good, genuinely. And the way I'm setting this up here is exactly how I'd kind of recommend most of you guys to set this up. So ad number 1, and then I'm going to kind of make one ad. So Facebook page, it's going to be this, and then Instagram account, it's just going to be maybe, I don't know what it's doing. Anyways, okay. Scroll down here. I'm going to give it the website it needs. So it's this one right here. Cool. And then display link. You don't even have to have one. None. Setup creative. So I'm going to start off with an image ad. Primary text. So this is where we just made all this. Like so. Cool. That looks good. And then let me go to the other piece of copy I wrote. I kind of think this one will do better just because it's like kind of more flashy a little bit, I think, just because of the top of the copy. We'll see how it does though. Cool. That looks good. Now headline is get 10% appointments in 90 days using I think that's fine. I don't really have to do anything else there. And then always in the description I put click, learn more. Okay. Finger like that. Cool. And then action, learn more, done. And then media. Cool. That's good. I click next. That looks good. Skip and continue. Yeah, I don't know what that is. And then we'll just click done. I have all this stuff off, guys, like other active enhancements. I turn this stuff off, honestly. Don't have this on. I have really not seen enhanced CTA. That could actually be worth it. I think that's good. But like music and stuff, like no one wants to hear music on this stuff. Like really no one doesn't. And I've not seen good results with it personally. So yeah, that's that. I don't know why it's bugging out about my Instagram account. Okay, cool. That's good. Looks good. All right, now I'm going to quickly duplicate this 2 times because, again, we're doing static ads and we want to make this easy. And then I'll just quickly, all I'm going to do here is just change the creative. That's all I'm going to be changing here. So I'm going to do done, cool. And then I'll do the same thing for this one, which is number 3. Cool, that's done. Awesome. That's easy. So now I'm going to duplicate this. Now that's kind of like the whole ad set with the static ads. We're going to make another one for the video ads, okay? So we'll have to see how these do from here. I think that's pretty easy. So all we have to do is change these creatives. Is ArcAds not done? Let's see. All right, so literally like 40 or 45 minutes later, they finally finished. I don't know why ArcAds took so long. Maybe it was those specific actors that just took a while. And I actually had to switch a couple around. So anyways, long story short, we got it all fixed now. And I also removed the Instagram account thing, so we're all good to go there. So all I'm going to do right now is quickly go in and change these from images to videos. I'm going to quickly add the videos, and then we will be pretty much good to go. Okay, I'm going to let these quickly do their thing, and then I'll be good to go to upload. All right, so it looks like they are ready to import, so I'm going to quickly just start with her, and then kind of just go down the line. So skip and continue, next. Actually, let me go back there because I think they may have added some enhancements. Change video. Boom. They always sneak it in here. Facebook always tries to sneak it in here. Ah, there you go. See? Expand video. Yeah, we don't want that. Actually, all these are not bad video. Like, that's all fine. I'm okay with that. Now let's go to add 2. This video. Yeah. And then we'll add perfect. Done. Okay, perfect. So that's pretty much everything done. Oh, whoa, this copy got super messed up. You guys see this? Whoa. Okay, I don't know what happened here. Facebook sometimes bugs out. They always make these weird question marks. All right, guys, I think that's all good. I think I finally fixed all of them. I can quickly preview it to make sure it looks good. Let's see. Lead to listing. Cool. Boom. Awesome. Okay, it's good to go. All right, guys, so this is where we're going to launch the campaign, officially review. I'm going to do it live here as we go. Actually, I need to quickly add my credit card, so give me a second. All right, so we're good to go. Review and publish. Try publishing without errors. Okay, I checked all the errors on this. There's nothing. There's no errors on them. It's just some random thing that they're saying. If I hover over it. Good to go, guys. That's really it for day 1. I'm kind of exhausted, actually. That was a lot. I was building an entire business in like 3 hours. But yeah, guys. Oh, they weren't published. Weird. Right as I thought I was done. All right, guys, it's fixed. It's finally fixed. There was like 3 or 4 back and forths. I had to contact Facebook support. The regular, honestly, my entire day is done. It's almost 7 o'clock. I started filming, I think, around 2 or 3. So, guys, this is what I'm doing for y'all. But this will be a good, fun experiment anyways. But yeah, really, it's done now. As you can see, everything's getting processed and reviewed, and we'll be good to go. So that's really it for the end of day 1. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed so far day 1. Now day 2, day 3, day 4, I'm going to be giving you guys updates every single day on how these ads are doing, how many appointments it's booking us, and obviously, the sales calls and how those go. So that's really it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys inside of day 2. All right, guys, it's now day 2 of the series and the challenge after running and starting ads just yesterday. So as we can see here, kind of just opening up as what it looks like. Haven't got any leads, haven't got any appointments yet. This is sometimes just how it is. Only spent $77, so it's not like I've spent much money. And I'm thinking of making a quick change right here just because, as you can see, we've spent $77, but 75 of these dollars has gone straight to the, I think it's the video ads. Yeah, so the video ads. And each have only gotten a little bit of spend. I mean, this one is $30. And, cost per appointment, ideally what I want around here is like, it'd be good to have a $25 to $50 cost per appointment. But I can understand that, with higher quality leads, it can cost even up to $100 per appointment. And I know in other niches and industries, I talk with a lot of people who I know, and like in roofing, I think it's like $250 per appointment or something crazy. That's like the industry average. So can't be too mad, but I am going to change this up a little bit. I'm going to just kind of change this. And this is usually not the best advice I'd give people to change stuff immediately, but just I don't like how this is set up because right now we have no spend going to these static ads. And the static ads realistically will on average get the highest kind of like, or the lowest like appointment cost kind of is the best way I can explain it. Like you can spend least amount on static ads and get usually the most appointments, but it usually has a lower quality of appointments just come through in lower quality leads. So I'm probably, just for the sake of this challenge, what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to duplicate this. So I'm actually going to turn this campaign off just because I don't like how the budget's being split. I'm going to change it to an ABO. So for those that don't know what that is, essentially what it is, and I'll show you this, is right here we have, as you see right here, it's campaign budget. We're going to turn it to ad set budget. So now in each of the ad sets, we can decide kind of like what is each. And I think the way I'm going to do this, I want to run with video ads just because this challenge, I'm trying to speed run this. I think I'm going to do it in a kind of a quick manner. Meaning I think I'm going to cut these video ads and I'm going to go all in on image ads. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 3 different ad sets. So I'm going to delete this one right here. So let's just keep like this one, for example, and then I'm going to delete the other 2. And I'll show you guys why I'm doing this. This is like to test things in a super fast way. This is kind of the best way usually to do it. So I'm going to have on each ad set, I'm going to have $50 a day. Okay. And then I'm going to have 3 ad sets. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys why I'm doing this. Let me
I mean, just create this kind of like image I was using before, but I'm going to change it right here. Okay, let me change this image media, and then I think this is, and then let's continue. Others, what again? That's that. And I'm going to make this one number 3, which I think is the black background. Cool.
Okay, so if you guys noticed what I just did here, and what the biggest difference is, I'm keeping everything the same, copy, everything's really going to be the same, but the biggest difference is, as you can see, instead of spreading my budget kind of thin, which is what I'm doing here, in the sense of, okay, I'm spending, instead of putting my campaign, so the campaign budget optimization, like for those that haven't ran ads before, really what to know and what this is it's set in the campaign level. So that means Facebook will decide where the money should be spent best, which most of the time, especially when you're trying to test ads, it's not the best. They'll just throw money usually at the video ads because those have, higher intent people come through. You got to pay more per lead, and Facebook wants that, right? It's an advertising platform. So what we're doing in this second campaign that I'm going to be launching right now is we're going to be forcing Facebook to spend on just these 1 ads. And the reason I'm going static only is just because I think I'm going to get a higher appointment volume from it. And it should overall just be a little bit better when it comes to testing, because as you guys can see, there's not much testing on this one, especially in the static ads, because they're getting, this one got $1 worth of spend, this one got 0, and this one didn't even get a chance to be ever live on Facebook, so and Instagram. So that's why I think that is kind of the route I want to go here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to publish this campaign right now. We haven't got any appointments yet, so I'm going to kind of check back in tomorrow. And as you guys did notice, I did edit my budget to $150 a day. I want to just, again, quickly in the testing process, you usually want to spend a lot more than what you would when your daily ad budget is, let's say your daily ad budget is $20 a day. I would test at spending $40 a day for the first 3, 4, or 5 days just to get the data faster, because the more you spend, the more data you're going to get. And that's ultimately what's happening here. And I want to speed and run this process as much as possible and get some appointments on the calendar so I can start taking sales calls. So that's what I'm going to do. That's day 2. Kind of quick. I'm going to just publish this real quick, and I'll be checking in tomorrow. Hopefully we got some appointments on the calendar. Hopefully we saw some more data, to be honest, and we'll be good to go. So I'll see you guys then. All right, guys, day 3 updates going really well. I literally just opened Facebook today. There was some glitches last night. My ad account actually got banned. I don't know what happened, and my bank marked payment processing just this Facebook account, I guess, with fraud. So ads actually stopped last night. I woke up, I'm like, oh shoot. I woke up like in the middle of the night, so I had to fix it. But campaign's going really, really well so far. So currently 10 leads, so technically 10 appointments, but I'll show you guys the calendar of how many booked calls I've gotten. It's not that many, so still going really, really well though. So I'm gonna have to blur out probably these names, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 appointments. So Facebook's off by a little bit. And if we go into the ad set settings, it looks like ad set number 2 is doing a lot better. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to turn this ad set off because 93 is just way higher than I'm wanting. And I'm going to change the daily budget on these real quick to probably 75 each. And then I'm going to see how the results do over the next day or two with these. And and then I'll just scale it from there. So if you have never ran ads before, this is kind of like very basic terms how you do it. You see what works, see what sticks, and then you kind of just do more of what's already working and you allocate the budget there. Again, guys, this is the 3rd day of me doing this challenge. It's currently Wednesday, and 8 or 9 appointments. So my first appointment's tomorrow. I don't even have a demo deck ready, to be honest. Like, I got to make that tonight, and that's going to be a process. So I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. This is kind of a quick video, but you guys can see here all the appointments on the calendar so far. Pretty hyped about this. This is actually going a lot better than I would have expected. Oh, now that I realize it, someone actually rescheduled. So it's 8 appointments. It's not 9. So Facebook is definitely off by a little bit. But still, though, super pretty happy with these results. Again, guys, I've only spent $240 on this campaign. And like this hopefully is a client lined up right here. So again, guys, yeah, it's pretty sick. It's pretty cool. So yeah, that being said, I got to get to work tonight to really just perfect the way I'm going to be framing this on the calls because I have no demo deck ready. I have a lot of resources and things I can use, of course, for it, but I got to perfect it and go make it. So yeah, that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow when I make the updates and changes. And yeah, see you guys there. All right, I think this is going to be second call starting. We got Kent in the waiting room. Let's do this. Hey, what's up, Kent?
Hey there, how are you?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. How are you? Where are you from?
Everything's going great. I've had one big client for the past 4 years, so to speak. Now he's going into retirement. That's been a majority of mine, and then most of my stuff comes from friends and family, referrals, old clients, stuff like that. But now he's gone into retirement, so I need to fill some of my time because I hate sitting around doing nothing. So I need more stuff to go out and do.
Your kind of big client is now going into retirement, so he's not going to be spending as much money, obviously, just with you. Yeah. So.
Exactly. He's not going to take up all my time.
Okay, gotcha. So then you're like an individual agent plus a broker because you're also helping facilitate deals, but you also have a team. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And when I need them, I bring them on. If not, they do their own thing.
I know you said you hate like you feeling around, just sitting around now that this guy's gone. What is the goal for you? How many? Is it amount of homes to sell? Is it like GCI you want to make? What is it?
Well, if you do the numbers, you can do it either way. I will close 15 to 20 deals no matter what, because that's referrals, everything else. I want to double that. I want to close 30 to 40 deals, maybe more, and then I can bring my agents on as well, and they can close some too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that works with your stuff. Do we
It
use it as a team wise, or do we use it as individual? I don't know.
Yeah, I'll get into all of it. So for you, 15 to 20 deals a year is kind of like your baseline minimum hygiene standard. And then you're aiming for like 40, and all the 15 to 20 are just from friends, family, referrals.
Yeah, exactly. They're just previous clients, everything else.
What is so let's say 20 homes a year. What is kind of like the average home price in your area?
My average price that I sell is probably $550.
$550. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a little above the median, the average.
Mm-hmm.
The average is probably $475 to but values are jumping up here.
Okay, so 550 is average home price for your kind of deals that you do. Let's say you do 20 a year, hygiene standard right now. What's your commission on that? Is it what, 2.5%, 3%?
Well, yeah, sometimes I go down to 2.
Okay, so should I just average 2.5?
Yeah, good. 2.5 is a good
number. Okay. So, okay, and then I assume you have some sort of fees after that, or do you not? Is it any? I mean, I know you're a broker.
I'm the broker, so the fees go to me. If I charge and I charge them $500, well, I leave $500 in the company. When I do a deal, okay, I take everything $500.
Okay, so if you're doing, okay, I see. So if you're doing 20 deals a year, average home price is 550. That's about $11 million total, kind of just like home sold value. 2.5% of that's 275 grand a year. That seem around, it's anywhere from 200 to 300. Yeah. Okay, good. That kind of gives me an idea of like numbers right now. So let's say 250 you're doing a year right now, 250 to 300. You're trying to do 500 to 600 like K a year. Yeah. Okay, got it. Now, is that a goal just to keep you busy because you enjoy what you do, or is that a goal to buy a bigger home, live in a bigger box? Okay, cool. So for you, it's not necessarily you want a bigger home or a faster car. It's just you want to enjoy life with goals. And with you right now, question. So a lot of referrals, a lot of family, a lot of network, sphere of influence, I assume is kind of mainly where your deals are from.
Yeah.
Like, have you done any kind of like marketing? Like, what have you done to try to, have you done anything to try to expand, or have you always been pretty with your big,
well,
big clients?
No, I'm not technologically advanced like you guys are.
You need a younger generation guy to come.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, once I get to talking to somebody, I can usually get it done.
Okay, so you don't recall like how much you were spending on marketing and stuff?
No.
Okay, but it was.
I'm okay spending money in marketing. I don't have that problem. If I see a return.
100%. If you want, real quick, since that's kind of all I needed to know from your end, I can pull up my screen. I can kind of show you what I do, and then we can go from there. And just I can answer any questions else you have. So let me pull this up real quick. I kind of like to divide it up in like 2 or 3 main big pillars of just my service. So this is not just one service where, okay, you're getting, let's say Facebook ads, right? And that's it. Like, no. So I do all type of social media ads. So this is Instagram, this is Facebook, to kind of, like I say here, like make you that local authority in your city. So we will use custom offers. And of course, custom offers are great, but if you don't convert anyone from those custom offers, it doesn't mean anything, right? It's just vanity, which kind of sounds like that was before with that company. So we'll use the free home evaluation. We'll use the free homes list angle. That is great to get people through, but that's not really what matters. Like getting people through is easy, but converting them so then you're in, the house or whatever with them, face to face, that's what matters. Listing appointments is kind of general what we deliver for people and agents that we work with. Do you have a preference, buyers, sellers? Social media ads, Facebook, Instagram ads is what we specialize in. You can see on the right is kind of an example of one type of ad that works. I've tried everything under the sun. I've tried having agents film themselves as a video with an offer, post that. I've tried really edited ads, like image ads, and see how that does. Best ads I've seen is what you're looking on the right. Real homes that are either open in your area, for sale or whatever, with just a grid. As you can see there's kind of like 4 main photos. And end result, of course, low cost per lead, because if you have any idea of how ads work, usually static or image ads will get lower costs per lead, so they're just better in general. But we also go through a pre-qualification process to do so, which is kind of like what I'm going to show you in pillar 2, and it's all using AI. Okay, I'm sure you've kind of seen the headlines, you've seen everything around AI today. So I'm going to show you that in just a second, but does that make sense, pillar 1? Any questions here?
It does. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, I've seen a lot of it before, but just nobody's come through with it.
No,
you got to be an expert in your area.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is they don't follow up when you get leads. That's what I was telling you earlier. Is you can get leads and you can send them texts, but realistically, getting leads from ads, you have to be a sales shark, and that is partly what I do for agents. So
I do the ads. That's cool. That's easy. A lot of people do that. But it's the follow-up to get them onto an appointment with you that's where the money's at. And that's, of course, what I take care of. So I'll kind of show you that right now. So pillar 2 is done for you AI. So I don't know if you've heard these before, have you seen the technology before, but it's pretty insane. And this is something you're going to be able to keep for life. But we build you an AI agent, so an AI caller to literally call all of your leads. So this is, 10 minutes after they opt in, 6 hours after they opt in, 12 hours after they opt in, 24 hours, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, whatever kind of like the time frame is. It's going to qualify and book all these leads into your calendar. So we'll get access to your calendar. I don't know if you use like Google Calendar, Outlook. With this AI agent, this is something you're going to be able to keep for life. So I don't know if you have like do you have a database of like leads and stuff from the past? I know you got 300 from that other company. Do you have like a spreadsheet of just a bunch of different contacts?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to download all those people from the other one.
We build you an AI agent. We're going to build out like this whole bot and this whole thing that's going to work for you when you're sleeping, when you're on the couch watching TV, whatever it is that you're doing, you're golfing, and it will call leads that opt in. And again, it's a robot. So this is not a human that you have to rely on that has sick days and, needs leave, vacation. No, none of that. Like this thing works whenever you want, whenever you want. And this is the future of what we're seeing with a lot of not just real estate as in the industry, but a lot of businesses, front desks are totally getting taken over by this stuff. And of course, in the end result that, results in lower cost per appointments, okay? Because cost per appointments are really what matters at the end of the day. Cost per leads are cool, but I'd rather have $100 cost per lead than, and get, let's say like a listing appointment for $10 leads with, no quality behind it and 0 listing appointments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to get the better quality.
So that's that. That's the end result, inbound and high intent. Any questions here about how this works? Like, I don't know if this is the first time you hearing this, but this is obviously, this is more of definitely the next tech in the coming years.
Yeah, no, the AI, you got to do it.
Yeah.
So
100%. We'll install this for your business, and this is something you will keep, by the way, even if you're not working with us anymore. So, for example, we usually go by 3-month terms, and I'll kind of explain this at the end of this whole presentation. But say at the end of the 3 months, whatever happens, let's say, Carson, it was great working with you, but just honestly got to put my focus in other areas or whatever it is, right? This is something you're going to keep beyond working with us because we just build you this system. It's a system. It's not where you're renting it from us, working with us. That's not what we do. We build it for you. Any questions there?
No, I think we're on the same page there. So
perfect. Cool. So pillar 3 is 24/7 support. So this is 24/7 support, monitoring, all the stuff that's going on. So whether it be ads, whether it be the AI caller, all this type of stuff, we're always here. The team's always here working, behind the scenes to just make sure everything's up and running and hitting KPIs. So we'll give you like projections on what we want to be hitting numbers wise to hit kind of like the main goal of what we try to do. So in the 3 months of working with us, we have a thing where we will guarantee you, we'll 100% guarantee it where you get 10 listing appointments. That's our thing. And, I don't know if you said once you get in the door with someone, you can usually convert them. So, out of 10 opportunities, you tell me how many people you think you could convert into deals.
Realistically, it's going to be 2 or 3.
Okay.
If I get 10 listing appointments, I'm going to get at least 2 or 3 listings.
Okay. And what does that amount to? You said, so just so I have the math right. So 550 is your average. Like,
more
you're making like 14 grand a deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy. Perfect. So with that there, then, 10 listing appointments is generally what we've kind of just made the hygiene standard for a lot of the agents that we work with. Of course, we strive for more than that, and that's something that we generally are able to do. Location obviously varies and there's factors in there, but 10 is like the standard. You get one-on-one check-in calls with us. We do them every other week. Like, we're constantly updating you, sending you the new ads that we're making. Like, you're approving them, giving tweaks to us if you have any. Like, this is a real full-on service. This is not some just half-assing type service that sounds like we were with before. And then of course you have access to like the AI experts and stuff we have on our team, so that are building a lot of the stuff out for you. We're always updating you, and of course the end result of that, you don't have to manage the AI and you have more time on appointments. So the whole process A to Z is your job doesn't, like, hypothetically, Carson, green light, everything looks good today. This all makes sense. Let's move forward. We essentially just start building everything out for you. Usually it's about a 7-day period. So we'll schedule in like an onboarding call right prior to that, just to make sure you're all set up. You understand everything. We'll connect, make sure we have access to your Facebook and stuff. So then we can run ads on Instagram too. Be all under your name. And then it takes about 5 to 7 days to build everything out for you. We'll launch everything. And then your job is just to take appointments. We'll handle everything else. We just need your calendar. So you'll need to share that with us. And then we'll just start slotting people in that, of course, we qualify.
You actually make the appointment.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, of course, you have to like take them in person because.
I have to go to the appointment. So
yeah.
I give you a time frame. Okay, Monday I can take appointment from say 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, you give us our schedule, what works for you, just kind of on like a weekly basis. Okay. We'll schedule people in, and then if you ever have calendar like schedule updates, like maybe you're out of town here, whatever, like just let us know. Any other questions here? Because honestly, like. I hate super long, boring presentations. That's really everything we do.
I think we're good, and I think we're on the same page. That's kind of
perfect. The only other thing, obviously, you're probably wondering is, what is Carson? What's the cost of all this stuff? So, when it comes to investment, as you can see here, I split it up very, very simply. I have an upfront, and then I have a split. We do 3 months because there's companies out there that have, 6 to 12 month long programs, and they lock you in for it. Personally, that's not what we want to do. We're not going to go lock you in for something that long, because we get results obviously a lot quicker than most, just because of our system and being very intense. We're always checking calls, all that stuff. So upfront, $5,000 upfront, guarantee you 10 listing appointments, and then we generally like to recommend anywhere from $30 a day ad spend up. Now we can go lower depending on the location if you're trying to narrow it, just to like your zip codes near you, and so on. And then we also have a split pay option, which is $2,000 a month, 10 listing appointments guaranteed, and then same ad spend there. So that's really everything.
Okay. I got to go over this, mull it in my mind for a few.
Yeah. No, take your time.
I think let's get together next week, and, I'm heading into a busy weekend. So if we can do that, then.
Yeah.
Figure out if I want to. That's a lot of money to spend up front. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we don't like cheap services, honestly. So personally, the way I look at it.
Yeah. What's the guarantee? Is there a guarantee in there?
10 listing appointments. So we put this in writing with everyone we work with. So if you don't get 10 listing appointments within these 3 months of working with us, it's a money back guarantee. So you get your money back.
Well, when's a good time to talk next week?
So my week next week is pretty busy. I can check real quick here. I think maybe best time if we were to meet would be Tuesday. But generally, like very honestly, I don't really do reschedules just for sake of, I'm sure, I mean, you're in sales, you understand it. Just because obviously there's a lot of people who do waste time. If this makes sense with you and you think this can help you, like I'm always, I like to be straight up. Just tell me now, because then great, we can move forward with it.
Well,
if it's something
it does make sense.
Then
I just don't know, it does make sense, and that's what I need. But now, does that $5,000 up front pay for the 3 months, or is that, that just a setup fee?
No. That's to cover the entire 3 months. So that's everything. Yeah. So the way I like to break it down, and the reason this pricing is this way is one deal for you, for example, on average is almost $14,000, right? So if you can convert one of these 10 listing appointments that we send you, which again,
I agree with that.
Right? You're 3x in your money like that, which is of course why our service is a thing. That's why I run this business. So it's fairly simple from there. So
yeah, no, and I don't have a problem making the money back if you get the appointment. I got to mull it over for a few days. So like if we can do something talk on Tuesday, and then I'll talk to the powers to be, the significant other, who's got a say in this too. And I know what she's say, oh, that's a lot of money. And I'm say, well, okay. But think of the possibilities with 10 leads and I get, or 10 listing appointments, that's 2 or 3 actual listings,
correct,
which is 2 or 3 actual sales.
Yeah. Well, look, totally understood. I completely get where you're coming from. Is it, because for me, just from my perspective, like I totally understand that when it comes to decision making, it usually takes information to make decisions and not time. So we can schedule something for next Tuesday for example. But what can I help answer for you now? Is it talking to your partner that's the main thing, or
well,
what is it? 5 and a half
like I
days.
say, I lost my partner a year and a half, but I've got the common rule of you don't jump into something.
If you want today, I can just very honestly, I can extend this offer for you just while we're on this call here. I could bump that up front down to 4,000. We could just take it or leave it. You get the same guarantee. We'll give you 10 listing appointments. We'll do all the marketing, all the AI build outs and stuff. I'll have a call scheduled in with you and my team, potentially even tomorrow. We could get you onboarded because obviously I assume you'd want to get started ASAP.
Tomorrow's out of the question, so I still have to take the time.
Okay, so what time works next week for you then? Because we can find something, just very honestly, just in my experience, most people don't commit to this. So if this is something you're truly, truly committed in and this makes sense for you and you like me, you like, everything I've showed here, then let's find something.
I do.
If it's not, just tell me because I'm all about it.
Yeah, you're a big boy. You can take the truth. I would assume. But anytime I've got Tuesday, I'm open till about 2 o'clock.
I could do 11 a.m. for you, so that'd be 10 for me.
That works.
Perfect. I'll send you the same email I think you have right now. Let me double check. It was great to meet you today.
Yeah, and it is kind of what I'm looking for. It's probably exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah. Well, if you have my number, I think I texted you your phone at some point.
And I texted you earlier.
Yeah. So you have my number. So anything you need to text me, like if it, let's say you sleep on it, makes sense in the morning, just like want to pull the trigger. I can see if I can get some sort of like small discount. I definitely won't be able to get like the 1,000 off again from the 5,000, but I can definitely probably arrange something if you holler at me tomorrow after thinking over about it for a little bit, and we can go from there. So
okay, I appreciate it. Okay,
of course, yeah, good to meet you, man. We'll talk next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I fumbled that so hard. This is why I have closers. Oh my gosh, I should have got that. That was so free. That was like the first actual real appointment, and I literally almost closed. Like that was solid. This guy had money, everything. That is an experience, guys. Like if I was a little bit better at sales there, he would have been closed. So we'll get him next time. We got a lot more opportunities in the coming days. Like I'm looking at a calendar right now with like 8 or 9 more appointments over the next couple days. So we'll see how they go, but that was close. That was close. I fumbled that super transparently. I tried for the objection handling. I just couldn't pull it through. Next one. All right, guys, it is day 4. This is going to be a day 4 recap on how everything is going with the ads and appointments and what the appointment flow is looking like right now for what we're currently spending. Kind of tough. I probably clued in the clip of me on the sales call. That was kind of like the first real sales call for the agency so far. I honestly, super transparently, I'm rusty. I have not done sales in a while because I've just hired people to do it for me, to be honest. But it was definitely kind of, I have a lot of energy right now. I really wish I closed that person. We have a follow-up for next Tuesday. I'm not really expecting it to honestly go through. I don't think follow-ups, like I've had 1 or 2 people in my life actually follow up and pay. So I don't know. I'm not really expecting it. Hopefully it goes well. I'm not sure. But right now, as we're sitting at the results, so far it says 13 appointments here, about $31 per appointment. A little bit inaccurate. I would say it's about like 11 or 12 appointments total. So that cost per appointment number is like maybe $39, but still really, really good. I'm happy with how this is going. And as you guys saw yesterday, turned off the bottom ad, which is crazy how big of a difference, like instead of real estate agents at the top of the ad and just putting realtors, just the difference of that word makes in like results wise, because this is $93 per appointment. All these are holding steady at around 20 to 30. And, I actually upped the daily budget because I cut this and just reallocated the budget here. And it's obviously paying off a lot better. So split testing, is a testament. It definitely pays dividends and will save you a lot of money. But yeah, overall, like I really do wish that call closed, but it was kind of like my first real call for the day. I'll kind of open up the calendar. I'll have to blur the names again. I had a guy here at the top, and that call was like a quick phone call. It didn't really go through because I had a quick phone call with him, and he just wasn't a fit, so it was whatever. And then I have a call down here. It's not showing up on the calendar here because I rescheduled our follow-up to next Tuesday, but hopefully that follows through. Hopefully it goes well. And hopefully he pays. I'm really not planning on it. Tomorrow I've got 3 appointments, and then Saturday I've already got 1, 2, 3, 4 lined up. These are duplicates. So yeah, that's that. And then let's see if we go into next week. Already booking out some appointments. Yeah, so I've got an appointment on Monday, and then I've got the follow up on Tuesday. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. I'm really not sure what is going to happen. It's kind of what I expected it into in a sense. But definitely I'm happy right now because we're under $50 per appointment. That's really all I could ask for. And that's a good number in my mind. So I'm going to keep this up. I'm not going to touch anything on the campaigns. I do want to kind of look at the funnel results real quickly because I kind of want to see what the stats are looking like here. Not great, honestly. Like 5% is whatever. I tested a lot with this site myself, so it's probably more like 7% opt-in rate. It's whatever. I wouldn't say it's amazing, but at the end of the day, this is straight to a calendar page. It's on an opt-in page. Very, very different things. And again, we're getting really, really good lead costs. So can't really complain. That's kind of wrapping up day 4. And tomorrow I've got a lot of appointments, so hopefully they go through and hopefully we can get a deal. And yeah, guys, we'll connect then. I'll see you guys then.
This call will be recorded for
All right. Looks like it's a no-show. Okay. Well, it is what it is. That was supposed to be call number 3. Looks like they're just not showing up, which it's a part of the game. It's actually the first no-show we've gotten, so it is what it is.
Hey, what's up, Trey? How's it going, man?
Hey, I'm good. You?
Doing pretty well, man. Pretty well. Where are you from?
Sacramento, California, just capital. Not many people know about it.
I'm up near Seattle, so I don't know if you've ever been, but Washington, like the rainy state. So cool, man. I'm glad we could jump on right now and kind of go through everything here. What interested you to jump on this call? I know you probably came across one of my ads. It's usually the first thing I always like to ask to kind of just get a grasp of, what you're looking for and kind of what's going on for you right now. And then, I would like to learn a little bit more about you as well. So that's kind of what we can start off with, super transparently, just to jump in with things and just see if I can help you or not. Like that's really the goal here at the start. And then if I can, I'll kind of jump into a little bit more about what I do. So, what had you interested?
I saw your ad. I liked it. It kind of stood out from the others. I get a lot of those ads, as you can probably tell. But I saw it. I liked it, and I just kind of want to switch something up. I'm doing a decent amount right now, but I'm just kind of always looking to grow, as you probably know. And with this market nowadays, it's pretty hard. So it's really just seeing if anything out there that can potentially help me out, and if it can, I'll try it. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
Okay, cool. And you're an individual agent, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And how long have you been a real estate agent for?
I got my license 4 years ago, about like a week ago. So 4 years ago, yeah, last week.
Do you want to just kind of give me like a 30,000 foot overview of how things are going right now, just with what you're doing? Like, just kind of how many deals you're doing a year, how you're getting your deals, and just like maybe what's going well and like maybe goals on things you'd like to improve on, just to kind of see if that aligns with kind of what I do.
Yeah, I just did my numbers fully for 2024. I did 10 deals. The year before that, 2023, I did 9. And then this year so far, we're already at 6. So it's looking like my best, year so far. I would love to get to like 20. 20, I don't know why, just like this number I have in my head, I would love to get to. I've been pushing there, so that's kind of why I'm trying a couple of things, just because I want to see if they will potentially get me to where I want to go.
Okay. Are you doing anything different this year, or is it just more just kind of luck of the draw?
Yeah, right now, mainly I'm just getting them from referrals, like family and friends, people who know, and the grapevine. Other than that, I haven't really tried anything else. Mainly from referrals.
Okay. Okay, got it. Got it. So break down some math real quick right now to kind of get a grasp of everything you're doing. So, what's the average home price where you're located?
Now it's roughly 485K.
480,000. And you did 10 deals last year. And I assume that's both combined buyers, listing, both, right?
Oh yeah, it was both.
Okay. And what is your kind of split? What is your commission you get on those deals?
Last year it was 3% came out to.
Pretty standard. Okay.
Yeah.
So you made kind of in the ballpark of like 130 to 150,000, kind of, if that sounds about right in GCI.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So right now you're kind of just doing family, friends, sphere of influence, referrals. Have you ever done kind of like paid marketing, social media marketing, like all that type of stuff? Have you dabbled in that world or not really?
No, I haven't. That's why I saw your ad. I was pretty excited to see it. It looked like it was something different, and I wanted to hear what you had to say.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Okay, so you've never messed with, online advertising or anything. It's all been just referrals and family and friends so far.
Yeah, all from family and friends. I've been really blessed.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump kind of into I'll pull up my screen and show you kind of like the slide by slide presentation, as we do kind of like a few different things. So I'll walk you through each of them. And it sounds like from what you're saying here, I can help you because you are looking for more of the marketing stuff. As you can see, I'm a little bit younger, so kind of in the whole digital world nowadays, especially as a lot of realtors have kind of shifted to online advertising and stuff to close on more listings and even more buyers every single year. So I'll pull up my screen. I'll kind of show you what I do. We can run through it, ask me any questions you need just throughout the process of me showing it, and then we can go from there. As far as the investment goes with what we do, we run on a 3-month program. So this isn't something you're locked up for and just whatever. You have things that go on, family, and just you can't afford it 6, 12 months later. So it's only 3 months. Have here is upfront and then split. So as you can see here, the upfront being 5,000 totally upfront, and then we give you 10 listing appointments guaranteed with everything inside of that. And then $30 a day is kind of what we recommend when it comes to the ad spend. So we've tested a lot of $25 a day, $40, $50 a day. $30 a day just seems the most reasonable what we've seen testing with other agents. And then with when it comes to the split, it's 2,000 a month. So obviously it's $1,000 more, at the end of the 3 months. And same guarantee there. We'll give you 10 listing appointments or your money back. So it's a full money back guarantee and $30 a day ad spend. So that's the main two plans.
Okay, so it's the 2000 a month plus the 30-day in ad spend. Does that go to like Facebook or?
Correct. Yep. So you just put your card in Facebook, doesn't go to us, and then it just bills you from there.
Okay. Um, yeah, I mean, this looks good. Usually I really don't buy stuff on the first call. I'd love to like think about this. But what you said sounds good. And I mean, maybe just give me a couple days and I'll think about it, review it with my wife, and we'll see if it's something that, we're wanting to move forward with.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Totally understand. What you want to meet sometime next week?
Yeah. When are you available?
I could do, it's pretty busy for me next week. I could probably do something mid Tuesday. But obviously I just want to make super, super clear that, I'm sure I have a lot of people that jump on these calls. They say, oh, I got to think about it, whatever. You're in sales, you understand it. So that's why I have these main two plans. And really at the end of the day, I don't usually do reschedules simply for that reason. So um for you, it's more the thing where you just need to think about it, make sure if it makes sense for you, correct?
Yeah, it really is. I just usually don't buy stuff on the first call. I got to think about it. I've never really made decisions off the bat.
Yeah. No, I totally understand. Well, from a personal, just from my perspective, totally looking at this with what you're doing, I understand, when it comes to decision making, it doesn't take time, it takes more information. So for that reason, what can I help answer for you to help make more of an informed decision here on this call so we can move forward with it? Because obviously with your business, you're doing well, but you want to hit bigger numbers. And in order to hit that, obviously you've got to amplify a little bit what you're doing.
I mean, is there any way to do less, like for a trial month, like just to make sure it works?
Yeah, we usually don't do any trial months simply due to this just being a 3-month thing. Like generally the first month, there's a lot of testing involved. It would be doing you more of a disservice. We could get you leads, but obviously we'd have to void any sort of guarantees and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. No, I guess that makes sense. And those 10 listing appointments, they're guaranteed.
Correct.
So if I don't get 10 listing, I don't have to pay.
Listing appointments, yes.
Okay. And that's all in the contract and everything like that. Like
Yep.
I'll give money back.
All signed and written. Yeah.
I mean, in that case, it's kind of like I can't lose. I would obviously rather do the split than the upfront. Just wouldn't want to do 5,000 upfront.
Sure.
Want to do two.
Yep.
And then how fast can this start? Like when do I get my first listing appointment?
Yeah, so generally we see the kind of first appointments flow through usually at that 30-day mark. So kind of like to just give you a look into what it looks like when onboarding. So the first 7 days, it's just us, the team, kind of making the ad creatives, building the AI color, building everything up for you to prepare for launch. Obviously, we'll have an onboarding call. We can schedule that in and just, get all the information, get all the preferences for you. I know there's laws around brokerages, making sure your brokerage, is compliant with everything we'll post for you. And then yeah, just launch everything, and then there's a couple week when it comes to testing, and then from there we usually start to see pretty decently quality leads come through, and it kind of builds on each other as the months go on because Facebook has more data, therefore it can get higher quality leads. So
Okay. I mean, usually I wouldn't do this. I like how you're young, though. You're an entrepreneur. You're on me myself. Let's try the split. And if we don't get the 10, I mean, there's not really a risk for me. So I guess let's do the split, and then hopefully we can get some appointments coming in.
let's do it. Let's get you on board. Okay, cool. Well, obviously, I explained to you kind of like the next steps. So just right now, I'll quickly grab the payment from you. So I'll send you that right now. And then we can schedule something in. I don't know. It's a Friday, so I don't know if you have time Monday or Tuesday to jump on for an onboarding call, but I could definitely get you set up there, and we could run with that. How's that sound?
Yeah, I'm free Monday.
For you, I'm going to send you the payment link inside of the chat so you have it.
Okay.
Sent you the payment link in the chat, so that should be there. And then as far as agreements and stuff goes, we'll handle that on the onboarding calls, so we can get everything in writing before we start with you.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I think I have to go grab my card.
Yep.
Okay.
And lead to listing, that's you guys?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. I think it went through. Will you check your end?
Yep.
And check. Yep. Looks like it went through. Perfect. Cool. So now let's schedule in a time on Monday, and then we'll be good to go. Let me grab this.
Okay. I'm excited for this, man. I'm hoping you can deliver.
Yeah.
I'm excited to get you on board, get you set up. I mean, you've already got that basic foundation. You're getting deals with everything you're already doing, so it's more just amplifying, I think, kind of what you're already doing through paid. Obviously social media is huge. So, you said, does 10 a.m. work Monday for you?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, perfect.
It was
Great to meet you. I'm excited to see what we can do. And yeah, man, any questions, you have my number. Obviously, I text you some reminders before this call, and we'll be able to talk on Monday.
Carson, I appreciate you, man. I'm hoping we can get this going. Let's get some more listings.
let's
Do it, man. Let's do it. All right. Talk soon, man.
Look what we did, baby. Let's go. Let's go. This is so sick. We actually closed him, and this has literally been only a couple days of doing this challenge. I started this on Monday. It's Friday. I have 2 more appointments. I had appointments yesterday, and I also am packed out tomorrow. That's insane. I wish this was the 5K, but oh my gosh, that's actually crazy. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to delay onboarding. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get around this. But yeah, I'll have instructions in the description of this video how you guys can enter because I'm gonna be giving this client away to you guys. I may even have multiple clients to give away because that person I spoke with yesterday technically could still close next Tuesday when I talk with him on the follow-up. And I'm packed out tomorrow, and I have a couple more calls today that I may close. So I don't know. That's insane. That's crazy. So we'll see how this goes, but that's proof right there.
This call will be recorded for quality
Hello.
purposes.
Please state your name after the tone and Google.
Hey man, it's Carson. We just I think we have an appointment on Google Meet for right now. Are you able to? I don't know if you found the link or anything. I think I sent a text with it to you.
We have a coming in, but obviously I'm interested in adding to it, so that's why I booked the call.
Yeah, for sure. Where are you located, by the way?
I'm in Southern California.
Okay, Southern Cal. All right, and are you you're an individual agent with a brokerage, or are you a broker?
Yeah, like I mentioned, we have various lead platforms that we use. I just wanted to understand how that pertains to kind of what you guys offer. Is that just you guys just wanted to know, or?
Yeah. I mean, everything we do is pretty catered to the agents we work with. So us understanding kind of what you're already doing currently to see if we can fit in what we're doing to your equation is why I ask these questions. I mean, if I'm gonna pretty simple. If I'm working with someone, I like to understand, what they're doing, what's working for them already. So that's why I ask.
Got it. Yeah. So, I mean, typically, yeah, what we're doing right now is working fine. We use paid services through multiple Brickfin, Zillow, Realtor.com, things like that.
As far as deals go, I assume you're also probably getting deals from Sphere of Influence, word of mouth, referrals, all that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's when it comes to generating business. Yeah, it's the basics, right? Sphere of Influence, open houses, word of mouth, referrals, things like that.
Yeah.
But in regards to generating leads, like I mentioned, it's just those other platforms.
And how long have you been an agent for?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. And so if you had to divide up real quickly, just like percentages, percentage from Sphere of Influence, referrals, all that, compared to the paid kind of traffic or leads you're getting right now, how would you divide that up?
Paid probably 75%, and the other is going to be the organic.
Okay, perfect. And last year, how many transactions did you do?
14.
14 transactions. Okay, perfect. And I assume, what's your preference? Because we do both. We do buyers and sellers. So we do listings, but listings is kind of our primary thing we work with agents on. Is that kind of your preference, or do you like to work more with buyers?
Either one works. Is this a referral thing, or is this something that you guys require payment up front? Is this a service sort of the same as you guys running pay-per-click ads and online ads and kind of shoveling over those leads our way? I just kind of wanted to hear more about that.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, we have different plans, different options about what we do. Obviously, that's kind of why. That's what I was saying at the start. It's sometimes easier to see you over meets because I sometimes I show a presentation to go through to walk you through everything we do. Essentially, we're not like a lead generation company per se. We're more of a company like an appointment setting. So instead of leads we're sending you, it's appointments we're putting on your calendar of locations. You're meeting XYZ person at their house because they're looking to sell, or you're looking, going to a coffee shop with a potential buyer. Not you're getting a name, email, phone number, and you're calling them up type of thing. So that's the biggest difference of what we do. And the reason I ask these questions is kind of was saying at the start, just because obviously with everything we do, I need to understand if I can help you first. So that's why I was asking like transactions, everything. So you did 14 transactions last year, and you're saying about 10 of those were probably from paid media from what you're doing right now?
If you guys want to show me more, we can hop on a Google Meet at that point. I'd have to listen in on who's taking the calls and also get a good idea of what it's going to take on our end. So I don't know if you can email any of that information. We can schedule a meeting from there.
Yeah, sure. I don't know if you have time at all tomorrow, but we could probably figure something out or Sunday to jump on just for 20-30 minutes, and I could kind of show you everything in more in depth.
It would have to be Monday or Tuesday.
Monday or Tuesday? Okay. Yeah, I could figure out a time kind of you're on the same time as me. I'm up kind of like in the Seattle area. So we could figure something out maybe mid-Monday if that works for you. How does like 10 a.m. sound? Okay, well, I just sent you an invite to your email for Monday at 10 a.m. for you, Anthony. So yeah, it was good to meet you, and we will talk then. Just you can text me. It's just the same number if you have any other questions for me, and we'll talk then, man. It is what it is. Not a bad call. Hopefully, he was given a lot of one-word answers. He was definitely more of like a sales kind of. I could tell he was a little bit of a sales shark kind of thing, but yeah. Persevered through it. I think it's fine. We'll see how it goes though. All right, guys. End of day 5. We absolutely did it. We did it. We closed the deal. I just wrapped off that call with a guy who's going to reschedule for next week. I don't know what'll happen. He was kind of a lot of one-worded answers. I'm not sure how well it's going to go, but honestly, the call today that closed, pretty easy close. Like I've taken some calls. I've had easier closes, to be honest. I've had people where they literally just go through the whole presentation, just say, sure, sounds good, let's go. And like I've had calls like that. But this one was definitely better. So it's pretty good. I don't know why it says cancellation reason. Oh, okay, cool. For all you guys know, I use WAP. Everyone knows that. I think that watches me by now. Payment processor, I prefer it over Stripe. And they give you some more support with stuff. So yeah, that's it there. And then as far as the daily recap goes, if I go into my ad account, As we can see here, still 13 leads. I don't think we've gotten really any appointments. And I'm actually going to turn this campaign, I'm going to turn it off because I have so many appointments over the next couple days. And that almost kind of marks the challenge done, but I might close some more people. We'll have to see. I have a lot more calls that are coming. So like we'll see. I think I have 5 tomorrow, and I think I have like 3 for next week already. So I have a feeling I can definitely get another deal out of that yesterday. So we'll see. I'm pretty happy with this overall. And again, guys, like this is day 5, and I've had that guy yesterday was pretty interested. I hope he comes through. I have the hope in my mind that he comes through, but I'm not entirely sure. But the person today, I have no clue. I'm going to have to like delay onboarding and do stuff for this challenge. So I'll have to figure my way out around it. But yeah, guys, that's really it for day 5, the recap. I'll see you guys when it goes to day 6. Double dot.
This call will be recorded.
You've reached the voicemail of Chuck.
All right, no show.
This call will be
Hello,
recorded
it's Stephen
for
Page,
quality
your local
purposes.
realtor in Chicago.
Looks like, I just see his text now. Carson, let's reschedule. I have out of town unexpected guest. Nice, man. All right. Looks like a no show or a reschedule, most likely. So probably have to reschedule him for Monday or Tuesday because it's Saturday, so I'm recording this. So
This call will be recorded for quality purposes.
Please leave your message for
double dial.
This call will be recorded for quality purposes.
Please leave your message.
No show. I guess this is what I get for scheduling people on a Saturday. All right, I just wrapped up a call with a really nice realtor named Kevin. It was a good call. He's based out of Ohio. He's a really, really nice guy. But honestly, it didn't really go as I hoped it would, to be honest. He kind of got to the end. He was just like, yeah, man, like this isn't up my alley. So he wasn't really interested. I mean, he said financially everything checked the boxes. He could afford it and everything. But I think there may have been some, maybe not the most honest answers around that. I don't know if he could afford it or not. So yeah, partly my bad, honestly, on the questioning and stuff. I kind of missed out on some important questions. I usually have a Fathom note taker that joins all these meetings, whether it be on Zoom or Google, but it was weird and it joined and then it bugged out, and then I realized nothing was recording and I wasn't recording on my DJI little camera thing here. So yeah, didn't actually get the recording of it, but it was a pretty simple, pretty plain call. He just wasn't really interested and I don't think he could afford it. So yeah, not really the best day, honestly. Like 2 no-shows, I think 1 reschedule, and then 1 not interested. I think I don't know. I've been on too many calls today, to be honest. So not the best day. Didn't make any money, but it is what it is. It's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles. And I think tomorrow, just on to tomorrow, I guess. We have a couple more calls tomorrow and then a few on Monday. So yeah, that's really it, to be honest. All right, guys. So this is day 7 of the challenge. Just a quick little update on the day. Had 1 call and it was just a no-show. So it is what it is. I've gotten a lot of no-shows. But again, I've been going the static ad route. Kind of from I said from the beginning, I knew the quality was going to be a little bit lower. It's also a Sunday. So I was booking people in on the weekends just because my weeks are so busy. I was just like, yeah, no, I have to put people on this time. So 1 person no-showed today. It's the only call I had in my calendar. But if you guys remember that call I had, it was last Thursday, I believe it was. A guy named Kent, he actually followed up with me today. And he was just asking, I'll put screenshots up on the screen here. And I literally just sent him a payment link. He hasn't paid anything yet, so I'm not sure. Hopefully it goes through. I don't know. It's been, I think, 10 minutes or so. But he reached back out. He was like, hey, can we negotiate on the pricing structure? I would love to do this. And I was like, yeah, of course. I normally don't do this. I kind of did the whole sales, regular stuff. Anyways, it'll be in the screenshots above, but I just sent him the payment link and I'll just hope he pays today. I just gave him the offer for the day, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, I guess I'll just pick up the camera again if he pays soon, or just the end of the day if he doesn't pay. So we'll see, I guess, on it. All right, guys, 30 minutes later, look what we got. Let me turn the camera around. Let me show you guys. $2,500 today, $4,500 total. We got it. Actually collected. I did not think this guy would pay. I'm very honestly, I'm super surprised he paid, just because follow-ups usually never close. So I don't know if this is luck or what it is, but it's crazy. It's crazy. And I should have showed, I think, screenshots of the text chats and everything with him. So yeah, I'm going to figure out how I'm going to have to delay this onboarding, because like I said from the start of this video, I'm doing a whole challenge giving these clients away to you guys. So I'm going to have instructions in the comments and also probably in the description of this video on how to do that. But yeah, he paid. So that is 2 clients closed. That is a total of $11,000 total revenue, which hopefully is collected, and then $4,500 upfront from about $677 spent on ads. And this has literally been 1 week of a challenge. I haven't even been doing this more than a week. I started it Monday and it's Sunday as I'm recording this. So it's literally been like 6 days. So again, I am experienced. I have people in the space I know, and I can see what works pretty easily. Although I give a lot of this stuff honestly out on my YouTube channel because it's the stuff I've been saying. But that is how quickly you can succeed with this business model. Of course, you know, maybe not an expectation this fast, just because I've had a lot of experience with this model and selling and everything in this niche specifically too. I've sold to realtors. That's the agency I had for a while. But that's kind of like, even I almost just think the challenge is kind of almost done here. Like that is pretty much the entire goal of what I wanted to do. I do have like, I think 2 calls coming tomorrow, and then that's it. But it looks like one of them is not qualified and the other one just hasn't replied to any of my emails or texts or anything. So they might just both be no-shows. So I may call the challenge here. I'll probably go back to my desk and record a longer kind of like outro, but that's honestly it for the challenge. So as you guys can see, I'll move this so there's no blur. You can see right here, $2,500 today and $4,500, lead2listing.io. That is the business name I chose. So guys, crazy I did it that fast. Super, super crazy. But yeah, I'll probably go back to my desk and record the outro of this video. All right, guys. Well, that officially concludes the challenge, as it's day 7 right now. Total collected is $4,500 for the agency for the challenge. I think $11,000 in revenue. So hopefully more to be collected in the coming months as well. So guys, that is a great example of how quick you can actually make stuff succeed. Now, granted, this is all I've put my time into for the past 7 days. Like when I tell you I've been 8 to 12 hours a day minimum into this stuff, just thinking about it and then also working on it, I'm not joking, okay? I budgeted like 2 to 3 weeks for this challenge. I thought it was going to take a lot longer, but it ended a lot quicker than I thought. And yeah, the person that closed today, the $2,500, I really did not think he would close, just because of the fact that the I want to think about it objection handles it's so often, okay? And the amount of closes you actually get from it are so rare. So maybe I got kind of lucky in a sense. But he ended up texting me this morning. I think it was around like 5 a.m. my time. And I didn't end up seeing his message until like 1 or 2 p.m. as it is a Sunday. And replied to him, sent him the link, he paid. And yeah, I'm going to have to figure out this whole onboarding situation, because as you guys know, I'm going to be giving these 2 clients that I closed in this challenge away to you guys that are watching this. So the way you guys can enter on this challenge to actually get one of these clients is going to be just very simple. Just subscribe to the channel, like this video. What you can also do is comment on this video as well. Comment something you learned from this video and something you liked, so one of those 2, and then also something you want to see from me in the future as well, as I'm going to be putting out a lot of content in the next coming weeks and months. So do those things, and then the last thing is just tag me on your Instagram story. So my handle is just @CarsonReed45 or just @CarsonReed, depending on when you're watching this, because I am in the process right now of switching my tags. So you can tag me on your Instagram story of you watching the challenge, and I'll repost it, and I'll also just enter you in the challenge officially once you do that. So guys, I really do hope you enjoyed this video, as this has been, like I said, all I've been focused on. My brain has been so into this stuff over the past few days, and honestly just this entire week. So that being said, I hope you guys found value, and I'll see you guys inside the next video, and more to come, as this channel is just getting started. You guys are just here. It's like Bitcoin of like 2010. Okay, we're gonna go up a lot. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.